So I'm pretty sure everyone is aware that last week Adobe Anime did make a full statement that they're officially shutting down in March of this year, where they said we're contacting you to let you know that Adobe will be discontinuing Adobe Animate on March 1st, 2026. As an existing Animate user, you may continue to use Animate, but please note that technical support will no longer be available after March 1st, 2027. Please note that access to your Animate files and project data will end on March 1st, 2027. To ensure a smooth transition, we encourage you to export your Animate FLA and XFL files to other formats such as SWF, SVG, and MP4 files before this date. And when I first saw this, I was like, oh wow, I didn't know that Adobe had an animation format of their brand. But then I also learned that almost every storytime animator you watch also uses Adobe Animate. And I also found out that they're replacing this format of animation that's part of their brand with AI. Now, there's a couple of quote tweets that I do want to mention in this video that are pretty interesting and that I do agree with their takes during this entire situation, where Kenzie said, discontinuing your program that has been used by so many animation workers and productions and then developing AI tools for your software instead is so vile. I also learned this: Hune's Dojo Stick animators use Animate, Object Show community use Animate, Newgrounds animators use Animate, YouTube Storytime animators use Animate, multiple games use Animate, multiple Netflix, Disney, and Nickelodeon shows use Animate. Not only removing it, but locking access to create files is unnecessarily diabolical. It's a pretty petty move, honestly. Like, what resulted to them just saying, you know what, we're shutting down the program, we're shutting out the software, the system, and we'll start using AI tools instead. And I'm just grateful that the internet exists, because after like what, not even a week later, they made the statement that they are no longer shutting down. Current state of Adobe Animate. Adobe Animate is in maintenance mode. While we are no longer adding new features to Animate, we will continue to support it and providing ongoing security and bug fixes. More importantly, Animate will continue to be available for both new and existing users. This is a change from what we communicated in the email yesterday for the status of Adobe Animate, its time frame, and availability. To be clear, we are not discontinuing or moving access to Adobe Animate, and it will continue to be available to both existing and new customers. Well, ain't that a bitch, huh? I mean, I'm sorry if this comes out as boomer-ish or if I'm out of the loop, but I didn't know that a lot of storytime animators, like, I mean, you got Rubber Ross, you got Jane Animations, probably the odd ones out, that use Adobe Animate, and I didn't know that Adobe has an animation software that's also a part of their brand, which again, it's new to me. I'm sorry I didn't know that. It's kind of hard to believe that even Netflix, Cartoon Network, and Nickelodeon shows use Adobe Animate. I mean, you learn something new every day, and this one really hit for me. I feel like bullying corporations need to be more publicized, and I know it is. It's like, oh, what do you mean it needs to be more publicized? We're doing it right now. No. I'm talking about like immediate backlash, like to the point where the intern that is in charge with the social media outlets of these companies, where they respond in fear from the amount of backlash that they're getting. And I love it. I love seeing this. So that's all I'm going to say for today's video. If you guys did enjoy, leave a like, subscribe, comment down below what you think about it. This is Wolf Without Gray. Peace.